Are you feeling overwhelmed with all of the options that there are for CRMs? And I'm sure you've heard you get what you pay for. Well, in this video, I'm actually going to share with you how you don't need to spend a dime on a CRM until you're ready. And when you're ready, I'm going to show you what it is that you need to consider when getting a CRM. All of this coming up. This is John Barbera with an investor's journey, bringing you the best tips and strategies to help you invest in real estate the right way. This channel is here to show you how it is that we do it as full-time investors, like this video right here. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. So CRMs are a very sticky point for a lot of new investors getting into the market, right? You have free, paid, this CRM, that CRM, these perks. This one gives you lists. This one has really cool tools. This one gives you, maybe a website or something that you can use. The truth is, when you're starting off, the only thing you really need to be worried about is marketing, not CRM. You're definitely putting the cart before the horse, right? You're worried about what are you going to do with all these leads, all these deals that you don't even have. And you spend so much time, so much effort finding out, researching, customizing, organizing all these CRMs to later find out that it was such a waste of time. That is exactly what I want to cover in this video, and I want to show you how you can do this 100% for free. All right? But there are CRMs out there that cost $100 a month, $200, $300 a month, $500 sign-up cost. It's insane. There's no need to spend that kind of money. There's no need to go through those headaches. If you're starting off, even us, we've been in business for going on 5 years now. We still don't pay for a CRM. You understand? Like, it can be done. You just have to get a little more organized. And yes, it is going to require a little bit more work on your end, but so is every other CRM. There's no real CRM out there that is going to be so easy from the get. What's the biggest things with CRMs is pretty much automation, right? They automate this, they automate that, they do this, they do that. You got to set all that up too, because it depends on you. What do you want automated? How do you want it automated? So now you're still spending this insane amount of time based on possible leads, possible deals that you don't even know where they're going to come from. Or you didn't even know if you're going to even stay in this business long enough to actually need a CRM. So I want to make sure that we cover that and that you understand why you can do it with a free CRM and how to do it with a free CRM. So lessons learned. Everything that we share in this podcast is lessons learned. And one of the biggest lessons is when we got going, we started, like I said, wholesaling. I've told our story before. We started off wholesaling, doing lead management because we had no money for marketing. So we had a lot of people outside of San Antonio and other areas that they would spend money on marketing, and we would run down the leads, right? We would take the phone calls, go see the properties, negotiate them, get them on the contract. If the person that paid for the marketing did not want the property for themselves, we would then find wholesalers. So we had a nice little system going. So we started buying CRMs because, we need a CRM, right? We have all this volume, all these leads, all these deals. And first one we bought was Zoho with a Z, Z-O-H-O. We got the CRM because it was so customizable and all the things. All right. We had a guy that was on our team at the time. And he was good, patient with computers and all that. He spent, I just don't know how many hours and days customizing that CRM. Customized it so damn much that we never used any of the customization features. And we damn near didn't even use the CRM anymore because it became so complicated. It became so involved, so many things. Well, make sure if this happens, then this happens. And if this happens, then this happens. And notifications and emails. And it became such a headache to use because so many fields that we needed to do that we need to move fast. When you're having leads and all this, you need to move fast. Then we pivot over because you see this a lot where people build what is called a skin, right? So you have Soho, which is the background, and then somebody builds a skin. So pretty much all the modifications that we did, if we would have packaged that up, we could sell those modifications to other investors, right? So all they need to do is just get Zoho, they plug in the skin, and now they can use our features. So it's a lot easier. So there's a lot of people out there that do this. They do it with Podio, they do it with Zoho, they do it with a lot of different platforms. So we got one of those. It was, I believe it was called Property Mob. Same thing. All these features, all these tabs, all these, modules and all this nonsense. Same thing, just too much. Too much to keep track of, too much to pile on when we just needed simplicity. We just needed to move fast. So that's why all of this information is coming, because we did try it. We did pay for CRMs. We also tried another one that I think the Fortune Builders were doing, a Real Flow or something like that, all because they had like the Home Depot calculator and I don't know what nonsense, and it sucked. We've tried other guru ones and they suck. Too much automation becomes too much of a headache to manage. All of those things, all they did was waste our time, waste our resources, which we spend a lot of money on those monthly. And honestly, most people don't know, but that's when I lost my hair. It's actually very sad. I was very upset when that happened, but it cost my hair. Real things. But let's get into what you can use. First option, GDrive. Great place to do it. You need to create 5 folders. You have your GDrive. It's free for I don't know how many gigabytes at first, depends on your accounts. But even then, to add a gigabyte, to add more storage, it's like $1 a month. It's a no-brainer. But you're gonna create 5 folders. You want to create a hot leads folder, a follow-ups folder, a marketing folder, a dead lead folder, and then your leads. All right. Those are the 5 folders you want to create, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So you want to have a closed deals and active deals, right? So the other ones that I told you are for your leads and your marketing, but you want to have these two because once you actually create a deal, that once a property becomes a deal, you're going to bring it into here. And in here, you're going to create an actual property tab. So let's do real time right now. So you're going to go in here, and this template. Once I'm done, I'm going to put it below where you can click and download it. But here you're going to put, let's say it's 123 Elm Street, right? So that's going to be the property. Because now you actually have a deal. You have it under contract. So you don't necessarily need to have in here the information as far as like the beds and baths because you already did it. But you can, if you want to, add an Excel sheet in here. But usually what we have is the pictures and the documents. And in the documents, we put in the contracts, surveys, bank information, whatever it is that we have. And then here we put the pictures. And this is the one that we typically share with our buyers and everything. You just right click and you get the link. When you get the link, make sure you put anyone with the link and see it, because usually sometimes for automatic, it comes under restricted that only added. And that's just a pain in the butt. But anyone with the link can see it, copy the link, and now you can share that share the pictures of the house with all of your buyers. So you want the active leads, and then we like having a closed leads because we like going back. We do a lot of market data and analysis, and we like going back when we have a neighborhood that's moving too fast or it's doing something crazy. We go back to the houses that we've done in those neighborhoods and we look at the actual numbers. What did we close it for? Because once we do close, or wholesale, whatever, we get that HUD and we get the closing, we get everything, and we put those documents in there. So then we have that data to compare. And that's just a personal preference. Then you want to create an Excel template, and you can click below the description below to see the Excel template that we've created. You want to create an Excel template that this is where all your leads are going to go into, and this is where you're going to manage all your leads. All right, it's very simple. You're gonna have the owner's name, the address, the contact information, and your notes. Like that's really all you need. You can also add a link tab to it. That way you can link it to that particular folder, so you can get to it a lot quicker. But that's really all you need. And then pretty much how you break down these folders is in marketing. You break it down by year. Especially if already it's been years. you break it down by year, then you break it out by marketing type, and then by month. All right. So that's how we break it down. You can break it down however the hell you want. I'm just saying that's how we break it down. We have the years, so we have, since 16, and then we break it down to what is the marketing type that we're doing. So, and by marketing, I mean the marketing lists, right? And then is it a cold calling, whatever that list is, we break it down in there. And then within that, we break it down by months, right? Because every month is different lists or different campaigns or whatever it is. So we break it down by months. We like GDrive so much is because when we go to a property and we take a lot of pictures and stuff, we upload them to GDrive. Because then if we need to wholesale them or we need to do something, all we need to do is take that link of that picture folder and send it to whatever investor, whoever we're working with, whoever. We send the link, they have access to all the pictures now. When we get documents, contracts, all those, we scan them to the GDrive. Everything goes to the GDrive anyway. So manage your leads in there. That's all you need. And all you need to actually look at them is an Excel spreadsheet. That's it. And then once you create that template, why you create a template? Because in that template, you're going to put it in multiple areas. Or you can create sheets. I just prefer to create templates because I like having a template in my marketing folder, a template in my dead leads folder. And depending on how I'm moving my leads, all you got to do is copy the cell, transfer it to that folder, and you're done. But again, guys, the whole point of all this is not to be fancy, is to get deals done. All right. The whole point of having any way to manage your leads is to get them done. It doesn't matter what, how cool the service is. What matters is, can I access them when I need to, and can I get them closed, right? And that's a good thing with GDrive is that it has apps, right? You can use it on your phone. You can access it. It syncs with everything. It works with everything. It's an amazing option to have and 100% free. If you're finding value, guys, make sure you smash that subscribe button. All right. Option number 2, Podio. That's the one that we use. All right. We use Podio right now. We use the free version because there's just no need for anything else. That's all we need. And it's been working for us awesome for quite some time. You create a free account, and then when you go in there, you can add apps, is what they have. You click on the apps, look for real estate, type in like real estate investing or real estate, and there's apps that you can actually install into the, like I told you before, skins that are free. And they have a way to manage your leads, a way to manage your contacts. They have marketing, they have other nonsense, but you don't need all that. All we use is just the leads tab within one. And as I'm going to link it below, the ones that we use and all of that, but that's all you need. And now what is cool is that within Podio, you can actually modify some of these actual templates once you get them. So if you want some things that you want to add this or take this out, you can do that. You're more than welcome to do it. It's easy to do. You can link different folders to it. So if you use a combination of GDrive for your pictures, you can link your GDrive. You can put the link to the GDrive folder where the pictures are under each lead. You can color coordinate them, whatever the hell you want. It's 100% free. And I'm also going to be doing within this series, I want you to pay attention to the series. That's why you need to subscribe. But I'm going to be doing a whole walkthrough on how it is that we use our Podio. And I'm going to show you like how you install the app, how you use it. I'm telling you guys, it's a no-brainer. It's completely free, very easy to use. And it's definitely the way that you need to go if you're needing to get a CRM and you're struggling to find one. Now, if you are getting a good amount of deal flow, right, and you have systems in place and you say, okay, yeah, this is what we do, this is how we do it, this is the process, maybe I have a team, or maybe I'm getting X number of leads per month, and this is my system, this is how I like it. Now you're saying, okay, yeah, I need a little automation here, or maybe I need to integrate this with CallRail or with this or with that, and I need to integrate and I need to make this way. Now you can look at CRMs. If there's a CRM out there that meets your needs. Now, one thing I have learned is there usually isn't. We don't all run our business the same way, all right? Even though we all do the same business, we don't all do it the same way. We don't run our leads the same way. We don't manage them the same way. All of these things, they're just not done the same way. So there's a very high chance that you may not even find a CRM that fits your needs. And you're going to result to building your own. And that is typically what a lot of investors do, which is why you have a lot of CRMs. They build their own and then they realize they can market and sell it, right? So you can look now based on your needs, based on the automation that you're looking for, based on everything that you're looking for, what CRM is going to fit that precisely. But at this point, you have a running successful business. You have something that's generating revenue and you can actually spend that money on those CRMs, on the automation, on whatever needs to be spent so you can run your business more effectively moving forward. So like I said, guys, I'm going to be making a video of a full walkthrough on how it is that we use Podio and everything. And you can check out that video and the rest of the series on how to wholesale houses by clicking screen right here. Like I said, I'm going to be making a walkthrough video on Podio and how we use it and everything. So if you want to check out that video and more videos on this series on how to wholesale houses, click or tap the screen right here. Or if you want just more training from us, click and tap the screen right here. Like I said, if you're enjoying this, the best thing to do is pay it forward. So just share this video with somebody that you know is looking for CRMs and stuff, and maybe this helps them out. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.